So we are come to solve question 2. And the question 2 is the table below shows the distribution of patients waiting time in minutes at a clinic. So this is our table. And on this table, we have our waiting time, we have the frequency, we have the fx, but we don't have the values of the f here, the frequency here. So before we can find the values of the frequency, you have to find the midpoint before you can find for f. So and the questions are find the frequency of each class, that's calculate the mean rating and the median rating. So we are come to solve for the table. And for the table, you will solve for midpoint and f. So it will be 4 tables. And because of the median, you solve for CF. So you are come to solve for the table.
Write a 5 for.
So we are coming to find for the midpoint. And before we can find for the midpoint, and before you can find for the midpoint, you have to add the lower boundary, the lower limit plus the upper limit to get the midpoint. So the formula for midpoint is, so midpoint, which is x, is equal to lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Or we can go by adding the upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So let's solve for the first one. That's 0 plus 4 is equal to 2. We get 4 over 2 is equal to 2. So the first midpoint is 2. So we come for the second midpoint. That's 5 plus 9 is equal to 5 plus 9 divided by 2, 7, and 14 plus 10 divided by 2, 12, 15 plus 19 divided by 2, 17, 20 plus 24 divided by 2, 22. Okay, so we've gotten our midpoint. And before we can find the f, you have to divide, find for x, f is equal to fx divided by x, which is the midpoint. So find for the first f, we divide 10 divided by 2, we get 5. So 35 divided by 7, 5. 48 divided by 12, 4. 51 divided by 17, 4. 44 divided by 2. So this is our f. And we are coming to find for the cumulative frequency. And before we can find the cumulative frequency, we will add, I'll use the less than method, less than from the cumulative frequency. So that one, the first principle is that the first frequency is equal to the first cumulative frequency. That's 5. Sorry, that's 5. And the second principle is that the sum of the frequency, which is 20, is equal to the last cumulative frequency. That's 20. So come and add using the vertical or the diagonal. So through the vertical method, 5 plus 5 is 10, and that 10, the diagonal will be like 10 plus 4 is what? 14. 14 plus 4, 18, and 18 plus 2 is the 20. So then after that, you come and find for the total of the frequency. That's 20. F of x 118, and frequency cumulative frequency is dash because you can't find for that. It's not needed. Midpoint.
How about the total for
You don't find for it. Okay. So after that, we are done with the find the frequency for each class. We are come to find for the mean waiting time. So before we can find for the mean waiting time, mean is equal to summation of fx divided by fx.
Right by sum of f.
Sum of yeah. Sum of is equal to 1 divided by 20, which is equal to 5.9.
Excellent.
So we are done. So I invite my brother Sami to come and continue with it.
All right, so the B part is we are calculating for the median waiting time. And to find the median waiting time, I prefer to write the formula for the median position first, and then write the formula for the median value, so that I would identify the things that I don't have here, or the things that I'm supposed to calculate from the formula. So the formula for median position or median class position is going to be n over 2 position. And then the formula for median value or the median is going to give me Lm plus n over 2 minus Cf before divided by F multiplying H. From the formula, you can see that Lm is the lower class boundary, and then the n of the median class, lower class boundary of the median class, and n is the summation of the frequency, which is 20, and the Cf before is the cumulative frequency before the median class. So from the table, the cumulative frequency before the median class, which is 5 to 9, is 5. Yes, and then the H, okay, so let's come to the F first. The F is the frequency of the median class, which is also 5. Sorry, the frequency of the median class is 5, this one. So this is the median class. All right. And the H is the class width. For the class width, you can use two formulas to find it, which is the lower class boundary, upper class boundary minus the lower class boundary. Or you can use upper class limits minus the lower class limit plus 1. The reason is that if you use the class limits and you don't add the plus 1, you're going to omit some of the values or the observations within the interval. So let's start with the analysis. The first one is the median position. So our median position is going to be 20 over 2 position. It is going to give us 10th position. So when you get a 10th position, you come to the cumulative frequency and check where the 10th position fall on the cumulative frequency. And for the first one, the first cumulative frequency is 5, which is less than our position. And our position is 10, which is within or equal to the 10 on the cumulative frequency. So you trace from there to find the median class position, or the median class, which is 5 to 9. So our median class will be 5 to 9. So from our median class, you can use it to find our LM, the lower limit, and lower boundary, which is 5 minus 0.5, giving us 4.5. And then The next thing we are supposed to find is the n, which is here, 20. Our CF before is 5. And then the F2 is 5. Our H will be, we can use, as I said, we can use the boundaries or the class limits. So upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. Okay, so the upper class boundary will be 9.5 minus 4.5. So our H will give us, so our H will give us 5, right? 5. Yes. You can also do the other way around, which is H is equal to upper class boundary, upper class limits minus lower class limits. Minus a plus 1. So I prefer that you put this in brackets. So you do it 9 minus 5 plus 1, which will give us 5. So right now you have our H, you have every variable or everything we are in the formula here. So you substitute everything into the formula. So our median will be, what's LM? 4.5. Our N is 20 over 2 plus minus the CF before, which is 5, all divided by the frequency of the one to is 5, multiplying our H. Our H is also 5. So you compute the one in the bracket first, and then you multiply by this one, and you add the 4.5. So our median will be 9.5. The unit for time is minutes. All right.
What are the areas students is likely to make mistakes?
Okay, so I will start from the table. From the table, you see, you have a lot of columns over here. So you might make mistake by choosing CF for F. So you have to take a critical look at it. And when you are tracing the 10th position or the position of the median class, you don't write the median position for the median class as the class, or you don't write the midpoint. You trace it to the median class and use it. And coming to the LM, I want to you make sure that you take the limit and subtract by 0.5 to get the boundary, the class boundary. And then you come to the class CF before. Yes, CF before. Mostly some of the examples, you see that the CF before for this one and the frequency, they mostly have the same number, but it's not A at any time. Yes, so you make sure that you find that one and choose the F4. The CF is for the CF is for the median class before. No, the cumulative frequency before the median class. But then the F is for the median class itself. And then you come to the H, finding the H. When you use, make sure that when you use the class boundaries, you don't add any +1, but you subtract 0.5 from the lower class and add 0.5 to the upper class. And then when you are using the class limits, that one you don't subtract anything from the classes. You just subtract the lower class from the upper class and add 1 to it so that you get your H. All right, and when you are calculating the median itself on the formula, make sure that you solve the one in the bracket first. So board mass from primary and DHS, the bracket one first, and you make sure that after the bracket you multiply before you come to the addition so that you get your accurate answer. All right, thank you.